Mindful and healthy sex education. Respecting your child's body and soul. Growing up safely and mindfully. Hello, dear parents. Wonderful companions on the journey of raising children. In today's modern society, sex education is no longer a taboo or avoided topic. Nor is it just for puberty or dry classroom lessons. It has become an essential part of nurturing a child's growth. Mindful and healthy sex education equips children with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to protect themselves, respect themselves and others, grow with confidence free from prejudice or shame, and build meaningful relationships in the future. In today's discussion, we'll explore the journey of mindful and healthy sex education. Before diving into the details, let's grasp the core pillars of this approach. Teaching children truth and respect from the basics. Empowering them to own their bodies and set safe boundaries. Accompanying them on their growth journey with age-appropriate knowledge and an open, non-judgmental heart. Ultimately, we'll help our children realize that understanding sexuality is a precious part of growing up. Now, let's listen and reflect together. 1. Start with the truth. Teach children to name body parts early. No avoidance. Let's begin with something small but crucial. Calling things by their proper names. A child needs to know that hands are for holding, feet are for walking, and private parts have scientific, respectful names too. Instead of using vague terms like, down there, wee, or flower, teach children to say, penis, or vulva. Why is this so important? Because it doesn't corrupt a child. It helps them understand that no part of their body is shameful or bad. Adult avoidance only plants a vague, wrongful sense of shame in children about their own bodies. When a child knows the correct names, they have clear language to report and protect themselves if, unfortunately, they face abuse. Studies show that children taught accurate body part names are far better at identifying and reporting inappropriate behavior. Above all, this is the first lesson in teaching children to respect themselves. 2. Don't treat sexuality as taboo, but as sacred. Sexuality is often labeled sensitive by society, causing children to grow up with hesitation or unhealthy curiosity. Instead, parents should convey that sexuality is a natural, beautiful part of being human, deserving of respect like love or emotions. In Western cultures and many Eastern countries like Japan, South Korea, and China, families celebrate coming-of-age ceremonies when children reach puberty, helping them view bodily changes as a proud milestone rather than something shameful. When children understand that sexuality is sacred, that growing up, experiencing attraction, or falling in love is a natural, meaningful part of life, they're more likely to value themselves and act responsibly toward others. Conversely, suppression or secrecy can lead to distorted perceptions, unsafe behaviors, or vulnerability to exploitation. Mindful sex education isn't about telling children, don't do bad things. It's about helping them understand that every emotion and attraction has its own meaning. The key is teaching them to listen to their body and heart and act responsibly. This way, sexuality becomes not a taboo but a beautiful, respected aspect of humanity. 3. Teach children body autonomy and the power of no. The principle that your body belongs to you, and you have the right to refuse touch, is the foundation of autonomy and safety. Children must learn that no one, even their closest loved ones, can touch their body without consent. For example, if a relative wants to hug a child but the child refuses, parents should support that choice instead of forcing the child to be good. Today, it might just be an unwanted hug. Tomorrow, it could be vital awareness against potential abuse. Set safe boundaries with your child. Explain the concept of personal space and safe zones. Establish rules like, no one can touch you if you don't want them to, or always ask permission before entering your room. Children need to know that if someone invades their personal space or makes them uncomfortable, they have the right to say no. This teaches them that personal space is sacred and equips them with the skills to refuse politely but firmly. If you feel uncomfortable, you have the right to say no. This is a powerful phrase every child should hear and remember. A child who dares to say no is one who knows they deserve respect. Teach children that discomfort is a natural signal from their body, and they have the right to speak up. For instance, if a stranger stands too close, a child might say, "I don't like this. Please step back." Research shows that children encouraged to express negative feelings are 30% more likely to protect themselves than those taught to accept discomfort. 4. Provide age-appropriate knowledge and never blame the child. Sex education must be systematic, from simple to complex, tailored to a child's developmental stage. Most importantly, never blame a child if they experience abuse. Age-appropriate sex education, from simple to detailed, knowledge should be introduced gradually. A 4-year-old doesn't need to know about intercourse but should understand that only trusted adults can help with hygiene. An 8-year-old can learn about male-female differences, while a teenager should be taught about consent, responsibility, STIs, and unintended pregnancies. Sex education is a process, not a single lesson. Parents should lead the way scientifically and openly, preventing children from swimming in the chaotic sea of online information. Never blame a child for being violated. Help them heal. This is critical for overcoming trauma. If the worst happens, the child is already a victim. Blaming them only deepens guilt, fear, and barriers to seeking help. Instead, listen, comfort, and help them heal. What a child needs isn't, "Why did you let this happen?" but a hug and words like, "Mom, Dad is here. It's not your fault. We'll get through this together." Blame deepens wounds. Healing begins with acceptance and trust. According to Rain, children who receive timely emotional support after abuse are 50% more likely to recover than those who face blame. 5. Sexuality is more than biology, it's connection and responsibility. Healthy sex education goes beyond biology. Children need to understand that sex isn't just instinct but a deep physical and emotional connection between two people, always requiring consent, respect, and responsibility. For example, parents can explain to teens that safe sex isn't just about condoms but also respecting a partner's emotions and boundaries. Not just doing it when you feel like it. This is the difference between mechanical and mindful sex education. Additionally, our world is increasingly diverse. Every child is unique and has the right to be themselves. Respecting gender identity and sexual orientation is crucial. If a child shares that they're attracted to someone of the same gender or feel they don't align with their assigned biological sex, what they need most isn't judgment or correction. They need a safe space to be heard and unconditional love from their parents. We don't need to understand everything immediately. We just need to show we're there for them. A person's dignity lies in their character, wisdom, and kindness, not their gender or sexual orientation. 6. Reliable information and parental guidance. In the digital age, children access information from many sources. Parents must be a filter and a trusted companion. Encourage access to healthy educational materials. Proactively share age-appropriate books, videos, or resources that are scientific and clear. Watch or read them together and discuss like friends. This ensures accurate information and builds trust between parent and child. Don't let children figure it out on TikTok, YouTube, or from friends. Uncontrolled sources can contain misleading or inappropriate information, leading to misconceptions about sexuality. Answer sensitive questions honestly and directly. Don't shy away from tough questions. Avoidance only fuels curiosity and pushes children to unreliable sources. Answer simply, truthfully, and age appropriately. The truth doesn't scare children, ambiguity does. For example, when asked about menstruation, sex, or puberty, respond clearly. Menstruation is a natural process when a girl's body prepares for pregnancy. It happens monthly and is a sign of a healthy body. Teach children to recognize harassment and seek help safely. Children should learn to identify behaviors like intrusive stares, suggestive comments, or unwarranted touch as signs of harassment. Equip them with skills to run, shout, or tell a trusted adult. Practice role-playing scenarios to build their reflexes. 7. Loving the body. Sexuality is a precious gift of growing up. Sex education isn't just about biology or reproduction. It's about self-worth and maturity. Tell your child, sexuality doesn't define a person's worth. Help them understand that a person's value lies in their ethics, wisdom, and character, not their gender or sexual orientation. Whether male, female, or any identity, they deserve respect, love, and protection. This message should come from parents, not social media. Don't shame menstruation, wet dreams, or bodily changes. These are natural signs of growing up. Normalize these topics so children don't feel embarrassed or anxious. For example, explain that menstruation signals the body's readiness for reproduction, and wet dreams are a normal male response. Discuss them like a sincere, simple story. Encourage caring for the body like a close friend. Teach children about hygiene, nutrition, and healthy lifestyles to love and protect their bodies. Instead of just saying, bathe and dress modestly, show them that caring for their body is a form of self-love. The body is a lifelong companion. The more we understand and care for it, the more at peace we feel. Teach that physical love requires mental mindfulness. When children start experiencing attraction or love, share the importance of mindfulness. Not every feeling requires immediate action. True love involves understanding and respecting both oneself and the other person. Emphasize that physical connection must stem from respect, consent, and responsibility. Never use sexuality to punish or control. Avoid using sexuality-related measures, e.g., banning opposite-gender friendships or overly controlling clothing, to discipline or control a child. This creates fear, rebellion, or psychological harm. Avoid shaming phrases like, girls must be modest, or boys shouldn't be weak, which can instill gender stereotypes and hurt self-esteem. Every child deserves to grow at their own pace, free from guilt. Tell your child, your body deserves respect, always. Repeat this to instill self-worth, reinforcing that their body is a precious asset worthy of love and protection. A simple statement like, you deserve respect, and Mom, Dad is here to protect you, can provide immense reassurance. Help children see sex education as part of growing up. Frame sex education as a natural process that accompanies their journey of becoming a well-rounded, responsible adult. With mindful parental guidance, children will grow with strong hearts, healthy perspectives, and lasting self-respect. Conclusion: mindful and healthy sex education is not just about imparting knowledge but building a strong foundation of values, ethics, and autonomy for your child. By being open, honest, and supportive, parents can help children grow with a healthy mindset and abundant love. Start with small steps, like a heartfelt conversation, to plant the seeds for lifelong mindfulness and safety. This is the precious gift parents can give, empowering children to step into life confidently, safely, and happily.